So in regards to the whole jiu-jitsu thing, how did you get involved with jiu-jitsu?
Oh, that's all Joe Rogan's fault. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, thank you.
Yeah.
Or Kelsey, thank you.
No, I listen to this. I used to listen to it a lot more, but I haven't recently. But yeah, when I would do art, I would sit there and listen to his podcast, and he'd always talk about jiu-jitsu, and I was like trying to figure out how to do it in Cleveland, but there wasn't any nearby like places, and I was doing pole dancing at the time, and I was like, and then I moved out here, and they're everywhere.
Right.
So let's try something different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did you find jiu-jitsu?
Google search, and they had the 5-star rating, and I had a sweet looking website, and that was it.
Was that the first academy that you checked out?
Yeah,
Or
the only one. Like there was a couple that I looked at, and then I just it was nearby, and so I decided that was it. And I went to a class, and I was like, all right, let's keep doing this. Like, was
it a regular class that you went to?
Yeah, called Haley, and Haley was like, you can come to a private or a real class. I'm like, I'll come to a real class, it's fine.
Okay.
And it was Adrian was the guy who worked with me for the first.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good partner.
Yeah,
definitely a good partner.
Yeah.
So a very good experience. Experience.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did that first class go for you?
Oh, miserable. Yeah. I mean, it was like, this is awful. and I remember, I think it was a few weeks in, like I've always thought like, if something happened, like if I was ever attacked or like, I would be able to get out of it because I'm just a bigger person, right? Like I would just, but there was one point, I think it was Dirk, but they were like on top of me in full mount, and I couldn't get him off me, and like I was panicked. I was like, I can't get this guy off me. Like I'm helpless right now. And that's kind of like, I very specifically remember that moment as being like one of the deepening levels of the addiction to jiu-jitsu was like, I need to know how to get people the hell off me. Like, I didn't like that helpless feeling. Didn't like it at all. So, yeah. And like it's super cliche, but like the other half of it is like, I really like Eminem, and how he turned like his addiction into running, and that's what he always talks about that quite a bit. But I feel like that's what jiu-jitsu does for me too. It's like the new addiction, right? Like. Right. I can get a little self-destructive with it at times with my injuries, or like I'm tired and I'll go, but like it keeps me sane and on a good path, and something else to think about. And I think it's like, it's not like I have to go train. It's more of like I get to. Yeah. Like I have a job that has the flexibility. I can do that. Mm-hmm. I get to have this place I can go off and blow steam instead of going to a bar and just getting shit hammered every night. Like like do something productive, be with cool people. Have a safe space, right, for 2-3 hours a day. Like that's it. I can put my phone away. I'm just there with people doing something productive. Right.
Can you are there any similarities with jiu-jitsu and art that you find that kind of go hand in hand, or?
I think like there's a creative aspect to it. I don't think I'm there yet with the jiu-jitsu, right? Just because I'm still I've been doing it for like a year and a handful of months now. So I'm still learning how to talk essentially, right? Like, but I think there's definitely this idea of just not giving up, and the more you keep going, the better you're going to get at it. Like, I hate every single piece of art I do when I'm done with it. I hate it. I'm like, I can do better than this, and that's what keeps me going, right? And so you get that same type of idea with jiu-jitsu. You have a bad roll, or somebody beats you, or like you do something dumb, right? Or you're just not performing as well, and you're like, no, I know I can do better, and then it's that hook that keeps you coming back. And it's the same thing with the art. Yeah. Right. And then the other half is like the meditation aspect of it. I don't really think about anything else when I'm out there. Right, it's like that's it. That's the zone. And when I get in the zone on the art, that's all I'm thinking about too. So it's a way to shut everything out. Right. And it's like the jiu-jitsu balances out the art, like mental health wise. Like the jiu-jitsu, like I feel evens out the anxiety. Like I don't feel as anxious, or it cuts through bullshit almost. It's like you're working so hard at something. You don't have the capacity to deal with anything else, and like the art fixes like the depression aspect of things, because like I have to think through emotions and put them into the art. That's where all my art comes from. So it's like a good yin and yang.
It's like I'm inspired. Like I think Rox and I always talk about it. It's like we're very inspired by you. You know, just the watching somebody, you know, grow as a person and taking matters into their own hands and, you know, steps towards what they want to become. And you know, it's definitely going to pay off in the long run. And we're glad that we're able to be with you in the beginning. You know, cool. I'm pretty sure that we've got more than enough content, and you did a really good job. Okay. And this is my first
interview.
Actually, it's not my first interview.
No, you told me you had a bunch.
It's not my first interview, but it's my first interview that I will be trying to piece together with a visual. So
it's exciting.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this comes out, and we'll definitely work on. I want to take this in a step further for sure. This is like kind of like something that I wanted to do. This is like my dream. You know, it's like I've always wanted to do a podcast. I've always wanted to do like video edit, like documentaries, because I love documentaries.
Okay.
That's what moved me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
People inspire me, especially like where we're catching you. You know what I mean? It's like you're a couple years, I'm sure, on that path to recovery and like and to moving towards where you want to go.
Yeah.
But at least in the Long Beach side of it, we're like in the beginning, which is awesome, you know.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be super cool to see, like I said, in the next couple of years, where you're at on your journey. It's gonna be awesome.
Thanks, Rod.
Super cool. So.
Cool.
Cool. Very cool. Thank you, Kels.
Thanks, Rod.